Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So, if you've been thinking about ideas and things that you can do during the lockdown so that your business is not affected by everything that's happening around us, this is the video for you. So I'm really glad that you're here. I've got some juicy stuff. I took a few more minutes to just write it down and make sure that I added an extra tip for you. So you want to stick around because these are the things that I do myself, things that I've seen work, and I know you're going to get ideas that are really going to move the needle of your business forward. So if you haven't already subscribe to this channel. I am almost at 1,000. I'm at 900 subscribers right now, a little over 900. And when I get to 1,000, I'm going to do a video sharing how I got from zero, like literally zero subscribers on my channel, apart from maybe my mom, to 1,000 subscribers. So I look forward to sharing that with you. And if you're looking at building a YouTube channel, then you'll want to stick around for that. So subscribe and let's get started. So I've got 5 tips that I want to share with you on how you can move the needle of your business forward. So what can you do during this lockdown? But just before we get started, there's something that I want to share with you, which I think is quite important for you as a person, because it's going to help make sure that what I share with you is actually going to be used, like you're actually going to use it. So there's something called, there's a concept called locus of control. And locus of control is, hey, I see y'all. Oh, and just before, hey, guys, this is an interactive session. So I want us to keep the chat open. If you have any questions, if something's not clear, you want me to expound, I'll keep asking you questions and then you can fill in, like, let me know in the chat section. But just before, I want to make sure, is audio working well? Can you hear me well? Is everything working well? I just want to make sure I'm not talking to myself here. Is it someone say something in the chat as I tell you about, hey, hi Fatuma, awesome, you can hear me, fantastic, thank you. So there's something I want to introduce you to, and it's called locus of control. And locus of control is where you either believe that things happen outside your control, so that's external locus of control, or that you are responsible for whatever happens in your life. And why I'm sharing this with you is because it's important for you to understand where you are. And I'm going to share with you a tool in the description. I've included a link that you can take this quiz to get to understand. Hey, Mary, hey, Faith, hi, Avan here, awesome, Patrick, I believe, good stuff. So I'm going to share with you a link below this video. So after this video, you want to take like 10 minutes to do that quiz. It's really quick, but it will reveal so much about you to yourself. So that way you get to understand where you gauge things. Like, are you more of the person who believes that factors are external, that they're beyond your control? Or do you believe that factors that affect you are internal and you have control over them? And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I'm going to be sharing with you tips which will require you to take action. Now, a lot of the people who are more external, who have the external locus of control, don't take action. And because I want you to take action, I'm sharing this tool because it's been a very powerful tool for me as well. I want to share this tool with you so that you're aware and you can catch yourself when you don't take action on something because you're thinking, what's the point anyway? The factors are external. Like, you'll catch yourself and say, wait, I scored this percentage on that test. I want to make sure I increase it. Because with anything that you do with any of those tests, whether it's an IQ test, whether it's a personality test, your brain is changing, your personality is changing. You can actually change your view of the world. You can change your IQ. You can change, like, there's your entire everything. Just the same way you go to the gym and you can have no muscle one day and 1 month later you have a muscle where you didn't. It's the same thing with you and your beliefs and your view of the world and your mental conditioning. So that test is like really cool. I know, like, when I did it first, I wanted everybody around me to do it. So I shared it with people. So you want to share the link as well with people around you and just get them to do the quiz and see what the outcome is, because awareness is really important. Once you're aware, you can catch yourself. But if you never know, then you just keep wondering, why do I keep procrastinating? Why do I always never take action? Why is it that I'm always seeing other people having success with ideas that I had for myself? So I want you to not have to suffer that same fate, which is why I'm including that. So now let's talk about the 5 tips, the 5 ideas that I'm going to share with you that are going to help you in your business. And the very first idea, like if you're looking at, let's say, I'm going to give this idea for people who maybe their business has stopped, maybe they're no longer able to do business because perhaps you run a restaurant, or you work in a restaurant, or you work in a place that's just completely been shut down or affected. So I'm going to share with you tips that you can use in your business to help get your business along. But I'm also going to share this first tip with you for those who are looking for an alternative source of income, because you have to pay the bills, you have to pay rent, maybe you have to put food on the table, take care of your family and their needs. So the first one is to freelance online. And freelancing it's an interesting concept where people from other parts of the world, or even within Kenya, find resources, contract staff, like people you don't need throughout. So if you're looking for somebody to develop an application, you can get somebody online on different sites, freelancing sites. And I've used that before in my business. Like currently, my accountant is actually from Upwork. I use Upwork. So there are a couple of sites. There's Upwork, Fiverr is also another big one, and freelancer.com. So that's upwork.com, fiverr.com. I think it's got 2 R's at the end, and freelancer.com. And these are places where, like marketplaces, where you can find resources and where people are looking for resources, looking for people to hire. And you can get hired by people from Sweden, from Japan, from California, from like any South Africa, from Kenya. Like even for me, when I need somebody temporarily, or I don't want a full-time staff, I go on to Upwork. That's the one that I use. I go on to Upwork and I look for a resource, and we agree either on a fixed rate for the job or an hourly rate. So it's such a fantastic way for you to make money. Like I always tell campusarians, like if you're in campus, you can literally pay your school fees with the money that you make. And the demand is higher during lockdown because people are working remotely, and people are also realizing that they don't need a full-time resource for some of these things. Like you don't need a full-time resource to do your taxes. You don't need a full-time resource to maybe even be a virtual assistant, to edit videos, to create content. Like all these sites, people use them for different things, and you can be the person that they outsource to, and you get paid. Research, there are people who make a lot of money doing research using these sites, these freelancer sites, because you can go in and they just need somebody to go to Kibera and write a report, or interview a couple of people and write a report on that. And you get paid, something that doesn't get you out of the way, but you'll be getting paid in dollars, right? So that's the first tip. So if you're looking to make like quick money, occupy your time as well during this period, because you might find that you also have free time. Use that time to make money, to build your reserves, to invest in your business, right? Cool. So the second tip, that we're together up to that point, right? Awesome. The second tip that I want to share with you is expand how people find your business online. And digital marketing is a fantastic way for you to learn how are the ways that I can expand how people find me, because you want customers to find you. Like you want to increase your possibility of people finding out that you exist and getting customers. And this doesn't mean like going and setting up on 6 different platforms and keeping yourself like extremely busy trying to create content for all of these platforms. It means going to the platforms where you know your customers are likely to be there. Like it has a higher chance of getting customers on this platform. So you want to expand your reach by creating a profile. I did a video, which I'm going to link below this video, of how to create your Facebook business page and make it look good. And I also shared with you tools that you can use to do this. So use the same tools, use the same methodology on different platforms, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Instagram. You can use the same process and increase the chances of people seeing your account, seeing your business. So you want to do that. And if you also want to go deeper in the topic, understand how to find a niche that is like, find your niche, and to find a niche that is going to give you a higher return on your time and value that you're going to provide to them, as well as how to craft offers and package and position your business and create the messages, like how to communicate effectively online. I have a training program, which I'll include the link below this video as well, so you can check that out and see whether that works for you, because then that way I go deeper into that topic and you can get to understand how to really max out, how to create content that sells. So I'll include the link of that below. So that's my second tip for you. The first tip was to do freelance work. The second tip is digital marketing. Expand how people find you online. Because right now, people are using the internet a lot more now that they're working from home. Now that they're spending more time at home, they're also spending a lot more time online. So you want to catch them online and you want to present your business as a solution to what they're looking for. Right? Cool. Tell me first, how is it so far? What I'm seeing. Okay, let me know in the chat, like what you think or any questions that you have. I still have 3 more tips that I want to share with you. And if you're not taking notes, I recommend that you take notes, because I'm just about to get to the juicy stuff, right? The third tip that I'm sharing with you is review your customer journey. So your customer journey is the process a customer goes through from when they find out that your business exists all the way until they become a customer, and even afterwards until they use your product. So you want to review your customer journey and add convenience to it. Let me move closer to you. Yeah, you want to review your customer journey and add convenience into your customer journey. So convenience could be delivery. Like if you don't already offer delivery, you might want to include delivery. You might want to include tutorials on how they can use your products, because sometimes somebody buys something and then they have to make a phone call to ask somebody, how to use this, or to get a code, or to do whatever. So review that process a customer goes through, your customer, from when they've gotten to know about you all the way until they get to use your product and come back. And see how you can shorten that process, how you can add convenience to make it more convenient for your customer, not for you, for your customer, so that they're able to get either the product faster. So if you're a restaurant and you don't have delivery services, like seriously, you need to have done that the first time you were hit by COVID. But either way, look at your business and say, hey, if I do, like, for example, multi-level marketing, can I create a page and create a platform where people can place orders and pay into a pay bill, and I deliver the product or send a rider to deliver the product, as opposed to only dealing with the people who you know? Or if you're doing, if you're, you provide a service, let me say you provide massage services, because I know Fatuma is like a great masseuse, one of the best. So if, let's say, like for Fatuma is looking at including convenience, if she wasn't already, I know she does this, but she does home visits. So if she wasn't already doing home visits, that's something I would recommend. Like, consider how you do your home visits and how you set it up, and also how people get to find out and book. Maybe look at a tool where people can go into a calendar, see the spots that you have available, and book time, and even make payment. So now you're not even having to have conversations of, are you free at this time, or are you free on this date? Somebody goes online, and there are tools that exist like Calendly, where you can get people to actually book appointments onto your calendar, and you set them up as sessions. So if it's like a 2-hour session or a 1-hour session, so people book this time, and you don't have to like keep having that conversation all the time. So it increases the convenience for your customers. So that's something you want to look at, like what opportunities exist for you to improve convenience. Even with a hair salon, I'm seeing Urban Hair is here. It's the same thing. Like, instead of me having to call each time or text my hairdresser to find out whether they're available, is there a place I can go into and just see what slots do they have available? Then I pick the best slot, the best time, and I just make my booking, and I make my payment, or I make my, after that I confirm my booking in whichever way, so that you don't also get people who are making bookings and not showing up. So whether it's a commitment fee that they need to make or whatever it is to confirm the booking, right? So just look at your customer journey and see what are the ways in which you can add convenience. Review it yourself and see how you can add convenience, so that you reduce any friction that exists for your customer. Cool? All right. Then, so since we're still together, I can see you guys online, which is really cool. Another thing I would like to, the fourth tip that I would like to give you is one that's really dear to me. It's the tip that, like, if it wasn't for doing this, I honestly would not even be able to be doing this video with you right now. Like, I would not be at the level where I would be able to provide any value to you at all, because it's something that has to happen. Like, I always tell people, you cannot be the same person next year, or this year as you were last year. Like, 2020 found you a certain way. 2021, you have to be a different person. You have to have new skills. This is how I look at it. If you're going to achieve more, you need to be more. You can't achieve more by being the same, because the same, if you have any problems right now, you cannot solve those problems with the same mindset that created the problem. So on the flip side of that, you cannot be a better, like, you cannot succeed beyond where you've reached right now if you don't expand your learning to do new things, to have new, better ways of doing things. So the fourth tip is to double down on your rate of learning. Because right now, as much as we have the lockdown, you may have more free time for yourself. Use that time to learn. Like, use that time to study, whether it's learning how to do your work better, whether it's learning how to do digital marketing, and that's why I have the training program for you, so that you can learn how to reach customers, more customers, craft clearer messages, and actually create content that sells. So you don't have to hire a consultant to do this for you. You can learn how to market your business yourself and have that skill for the rest of your life. So those are the things, like, you need to double down, like, learn what's going to, is it managing money? Like, one of the things I'm doing right now, I signed up for Mind Valley. So I have the all access pass, and I'm going through, the different programs. But one of the things that I'm also learning is how to manage money. Like, I need to know how to manage money better, because it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. So I have to learn how to manage money better, because it's important for my success. I have to learn how to do digital marketing better because it's important for my success and my client's success. So I sign up for programs as well. I'm also in a program right now where I'm learning how to maximize content delivery for YouTube and other channels as well. I'm also learning things around how to speak better, how to communicate clearly. So there are all these programs and things that I'm doing. And this ties in with the fifth tip that I have for you, which is creating a routine. Like you need to have a routine, or, I recommend, I don't say, for me, it's like it has to be standard, but a routine will help prevent you from getting caught up and not taking action on the things that you need to take action. Because remember, I said in the beginning that I want you to use what I'm sharing with you. Creating a routine makes sure that you set aside time for studying every day. What are you learning? If you're not learning to be a better, whatever it is that you do, then you're not preparing yourself for the future. Because the only way in which you're going to secure your future is by investing in your learning. And I watched an interview by Warren Buffett where he said, somebody asked him, what do I invest in? Because Warren Buffett is one of the richest men in the world, and he's known as one of the best investors. So he was asked, what would you recommend to somebody who only has a little bit of money? What should they invest in? And his answer was so profound. He said, well, if you don't have a lot of money to invest right now, the thing I would recommend that you invest in is in your education. He said it pays the highest dividend. That your education, improving your capacity, increasing how well you do your work, improving your productivity, improving your skills, that will pay more dividend than any share you buy, than anything that will pay you. Like the others will pay you like what, 10%, I think, max, maybe even 12. But what you invest in yourself will pay you for the rest of your life, compounded. So when the richest man in the world tells you that you need to invest in yourself, like invest in yourself. It will pay you the most. And if you're not, on the flip side of that, is if you're not investing in yourself, that means your competition, if they are investing in themselves and they're getting better during this lockdown, you'll get out and you'll be waking up from your slumber, groggy-eyed and scratching them and trying to figure out what's going on while they're like zooming way past you. So you want to make sure that you double down on your rate of learning, and doubling down means creating that routine that you start and you do every day. Because this is not a holiday. Like, don't take the lockdown, whether you're home for whatever reason, whether you're working from home or whether and you don't have much business or much that you're doing, utilize that time. And a routine will help you organize it. Like, let me give you my routine. So every day, whether it's a public holiday or whatever it is, every weekday, I wake up at 5 a.m. Like, done. Weekends, I stretch it a little bit. So I'll wake up at 6 or 6:30 in the morning, but I will not sleep past 6:30. No matter what day of the week it is. Sunday, it does not matter. Unless I'm sleep deprived because of jet lag or something, but I'll make sure that I'm up at 6:30 every day. And actually, even on Sundays, like I find myself at 5:30 awake and wondering, do I go back to bed? Because I've built that into a habit. Second thing I do, immediately after I wake up, I drink water. Like, I drink a huge glass of water before I brush my teeth, like nothing, because I know as soon as I get out of the bedroom, so it's always next to me. As soon as I get out of the bedroom, I know I wouldn't drink it. So I make sure as soon as I wake up, I'm like, blah, 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 and I count like how many gulps. It's usually between 21 and 25. But I literally drink a huge glass of water first thing in the morning, because you lose a lot of water at night hydrating. I mean, you dehydrate in the night from sweating. So drink water first thing. And then I do my meditation. So I do meditation, I do a brief workout, and a brief workout could be like 5 to 10 minutes of something, but I'll do that every single day. And another thing, and my meditation is standard, like every day in the morning, I will meditate. And then I'll also make sure that I work out, I do something a little bit more vigorous. So I go for a walk or I go for a run at least 5 days in the week, often 6 days in the week. And that's my routine standard. Another thing I don't do is I don't check my phone until I have gotten something big done and out of the way. So once I'm done with so I wake up in the morning, I wake up at the standard time, I drink my water, I meditate, I work out a bit, then I go into school. So I start learning. So I learn, and then it gets daytime, I go for a walk, or I start working on what big thing I need to do for the day, and then I go for my walk afterwards or my run. So that I interchange between what time I go for my walk and my run and what time I start work. So sometimes I'll start my work, let's say at about 7 a.m. So I'll do something really big. So if I'm supposed to create content and schedule it and do all those things, I'll do that before I do anything else. My phone will not go on unless I have closed on something really important that I needed to close on that day. And I'll also not check my email because it's also, it distracts you when you start your day that way. So I've built this routine and I'm able, and the rest of my day is also scheduled out, and I schedule my days the evening before. So that way I'm able to stick to a routine and not get distracted. Now in the evening, that's when I have my fun. Like that's when I can take personal calls. That's when I can watch Netflix. That's when I can do whatever I feel like doing. That's when I have fun. But I won't have fun if I haven't done the things that I needed to do. And on some days, like yesterday, I had something I was working on and I hadn't finished. I went all the way until about 9 o'clock in the evening because I had to work on it. Actually, until about 10, I've just realized I had to work on it. And I wasn't going to sleep until I did it. So I sacrificed the fun that I was supposed to have in the evening because I hadn't finished my thing. So I got the thing done, and then I'll have fun today. So that's the thing, like create that routine and build in your learning, build in like, if it's working out, you need to move your body every day, man. That gut is not going to go anywhere if there's no more movement of your legs or something like and it doesn't have to be extreme. A 30-minute walk is a fantastic thing to do every day. So build in like your workout, your exercise, build in things like routines for when you cook food. Like, for me, I like to cook once and then I pack food in the fridge for different days. So I have a day when I make my smoothies for breakfast and I'll make them for the next 4 days. So after that, I know breakfast, I don't have to think. I just go to the fridge, get my whatever. So that's built into my routine. My routine also includes when I'm going to cook food so that I'm not thinking at lunchtime what I'm going to cook for lunch. It's already done. So all I'm doing is just warming my food and I'm done. And it saves me a lot of time of thinking because instead of spending that extra 5 minutes thinking about, what am I going to eat today? Or what am I, no, I'm like, I want to stop myself from either procrastinating or from spending more time doing things that can take less time. Because I would rather invest that time having fun, talking to somebody I enjoy, working on my business, reading a book, on the hammock. Like, I'd rather spend that time doing stuff rather than sitting down and thinking, gosh, what am I going to eat for lunch today? Oh, what am I going to eat for breakfast today? Just cut that stuff out and pre-plan it. Plan your day the evening before, so that really helps your routine, so that you wake up, you've got your morning chunk of things that you do, and then you've got this meeting, you've got this emails to respond to, this proposal to write, these calls to make to potential clients, this deliveries to make. So you plan out your day. And even if it doesn't work out exactly as you planned, it will be less confused Like it may, one or two things may fall off, but that's okay. It's better than waking up and then just being led by all the emergencies that come in from phone calls and emails and everything. And at the end of the day, you're like, goodness, I haven't written that proposal and it's due tomorrow morning. So you want to build in that routine into your day. And I can tell you, it will help you by the time we get out of lockdown, by the time things, go back to the new normal again, it will help you because you'll be way ahead of everybody else in the market, way ahead of your competition. You'll be smarter, you'll be more skilled in the thing that you do. You have learned digital marketing. So again, I tell you, that link is below, but take advantage of it. These are skills that you acquire for the rest of your life. You'll have a routine that you can continue even afterwards, so that it prevents you from getting lazy at any one time. If you're freelancing, you've got your extra cash, you can use it to go on holiday to reward yourself. You can use it to save. You can use it to invest back into your business. You can use it to invest into your education. So these are the things that, and then even improving your customer journey, because we talked about that, reviewing your customer journey and making convenient improvements for your customer. So you'll have a better product. You'll be more skilled. You'll have cash in the bank. You'll be more you'll be smarter on top of that. And then you'll have like this amazing routine, which, by the way, you'll notice this routine, you won't want to stop it. Because even for me, that's what happened. When COVID started, I started this routine, which I've never stopped. Like the routine of, I wake up, I read the 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. Walala, I said, okay, so it's of waking up at 5. All right, cool. So I wake up at 5. So waking up at 5, like standard, meditating every day, standard. I used to meditate some days, not meditate other days. Like it was all over the place. Today, it's standard. It will definitely be done. The workout that I do in the morning, that will be done. Like I started that so that, because during COVID, when the initial lockdown started, I was spending a lot more time just sitting. And for me, most of my work is sitting on my laptop. So I started to notice like my back was hurting, my lower back was uncomfortable. Walking has helped me. So I don't need to stop, because now I see the benefits of having that routine and how it has really helped me, like 10x my productivity. My revenues have gone up, like everything. It has this routine, these ideas that I'm sharing with you are things that I've done myself and even more. And me, I'm sometimes a bit extreme, but there are things that will help you, because I don't want this lockdown period to end and then you come out again, groggy from sleep and you're like, oh, where were we? Yeah, I don't want that to happen for you. I really want you to have progressed, both as a person, your business, you're doing things differently, you're checking out what your competition is up to. You've built your pages. That video that I talked about, creating your Facebook business page. Even if you have a Facebook business page, I suggest you check it out, because I tell you how to make it look good, like how to make it amazing. So you've got your amazing pages, your Instagram looks lit, you've got all these things working to help get customers off the internet into your business. You've addressed how people book appointments with you, or how you've simplified the customer journey, how they maybe get to learn how to use your product. Instead of them having to call you, make a YouTube video, put it up. So anytime somebody buys, you just send them a link and you tell them, in case you have any challenges, this is how to set up your account, the end. So it makes it easier for everybody as well, right? So yeah, today I know I've done a lot more of the talking, and I have not, we didn't engage too much today, but if you have any question, let me know in the comment section, because then I'll always check whether it's even responding now or responding later. I always respond to questions and comments, and I love to read the comments because they let me know what you want to hear more of, ideas for for new videos that I should make. What platforms are you trying to figure out? What are some of the things that you want to learn in this digital marketing arena? So yeah, so I really do want to help. So put those in the comments, and then I will see you at the next one, or I will see in the comment section. And as I said, let me get to 1,000 subscribers, because I want to make that video. Like, I'm so excited. I'm even planning like what to wear, what to do, what activity I'm going to make my 1,000 subscriber video soon. So I want to share with you how you can also build your YouTube following, because it's a great platform. And I love it. I love talking to you. I love seeing you here. And I will see you at the next YouTube live, which is going to be like every Friday. I want us to be doing this. So let's make a date on Friday at 12:15 p.m. We hang out for 30 to 40 minutes and we make life better. Deal? High five. See you at the next one. Ciao.